Alright, welcome to the Falcon Blues podcast, created by the two geniuses that bring you Falcon Blues TV every week. Tonight we'll be discussing everything that's going wrong with Everton because, quite honestly, there's nothing really positive to talk about, is there? We'll be covering Everton's latest signing, Ashley Young, and Everton in Switzerland as they play a friendly this Friday. We'll be discussing Everton's finances, or lack of, courtesy of the EFC board. We'll be looking at the Saudi debate and investments in the wider world of sports. And with the new stadium on the horizon, we'll be discussing when's the right time to move. So remember, you can follow Falcon Blues TV on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And as always, a big thank you to all our subscribers and our new Falcon Blues TV members. Up the Toffees, Colin Chong and all that. But we'll get right into it. So tonight I'm joined by my two guests, Barney, who's our regular comic on Falcon Blues TV. And as usual, the boy who can't be named, Anthony. So, gents, I'm going to take you off mute. What do you think of the funky music?
Love it.
How about that for an intro, mate? Bloody hell, I'm getting good at this internet laugh, I tell you.
I feel like I should be on, like, what's it called?
Porn.
Well, I'm not a newsreader, but you know.
Topical.
There we go. What was that? Not even 1 minute 40.
30 seconds.
1 minute 40. There we go.
Oh God, stop it! It's going to be a long evening.
Stars in their eyes. That was it. Stars in their eyes. It's like the Gladys Street toilets.
On breaking news, Ashley Young, guys.
Yeah. Right. So we will leave that because it's all supposedly and everything else. And we'll move on to the other stuff and the serious stuff, the stuff that we've actually come here to talk about. So we're talking about Everton. Unfortunately, fellas, I've got to drag you out and talk about Everton for a change. I'm sure you're thrilled to do it. So we'll start with the news that, it's pretty much done and dusted according to Fabrizio Romano, that Ashley Young has signed for Everton. Where does he wear the number 18 shirt as well? So, gents, what's your thoughts on Ashley Young coming to the club?
I mean, when it first broke, was it Saturday night, was it? I thought it was some sort of sick joke. I thought it was a wind-up, but, you know, we can't really judge until the end of the season, till the end of the window, really. I actually think he'll probably end up playing every single game for Everton. He's quite clearly a model pro, you know, still playing the Premier League at 48 or however old he is. Yeah. So, I mean, if we can sign two belter centre forwards, then I'm not particularly bothered.
I think Tony K best watch out because the way we're going, mate, we'll be asking him to lace up his boots.
Well, we'll look, if we're going to look at aging strikers as well at the moment. I said aging, not Asian, by the way, because of that guy from Japan.
Oh, the 56-year-old.
Yeah, you know, I think we'll be looking at him. But if we're looking at aging strikers, then Jamie Vardy is apparently one of the rumours that's flying around. And I think
Ant said it before when we lost the cap. We should have thrown all our money at him then.
Yeah, that was our big problem, going out and signing the world and his wife with that Lukaku money, who have just every single one of them, bar probably Pickford, has turned out to be an absolute loser. Yeah. But you know, that's what we should have. That's what good teams do. They only buy one or two players. We just go out, you know, and just burn our money. You know, it's just ludicrous. We never learn. And now this is the situation that we're in. We are literally shopping at such a low level, and we deserve everything we get.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it earlier. It's literally going to be for the remainder of the season: bargain basement, free transfers, loan deals, anything we can get that we can scrimp on to go and buy anything we can, just to bolster the squad. So for you, then, fellas, obviously for me as well, the main priority is a striker, but across the boards as well, we've got to strengthen. But where do you look? What needs strengthening more than anything to use?
Personally, I think we need another winger. Because we've lost Gordon. So I think we need another attacking wing player.
Do you think the lad from Leeds is a possibility? With rumours of 20 million for, is it Gnonto? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced
Notto,
that.
is it just Notto? I don't know. Yeah, I think
there's two ends.
He's quick. Yeah. He's quick. He's rapid, and he is quick. And obviously, he wanted fast-paced play, so he is rapid. That's something that he. But I would mind that Harrison as well. Is it Jake Harrison?
From Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player. But again, the problem is it's the money in it.
Yeah,
I'd go and get Danjuma. Go and get Danjuma.
There's rumours
and
about it.
And then at the last minute, just fuck him off.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Oh, yeah, but we need two centre forwards. We need, Dave, two minimum. Yeah. And we also now need a centre half because they've gotten rid of Mina and Cody, and looks like Holgate, thank the Lord, is out the door.
Yeah,
who can fill in there? So they need a centre half.
Where's he going?
You know, Sheffield United.
The Southampton linked with him as well, haven't they?
I will carry him there.
Yeah, there'd be a queue, Barney.
If we're looking at strikers, Dembele keeps doing the rounds as well as obviously a freak.
But I tell you what, Tom, he'd be a young signer for us. He's only 33.
That's it. So he's got age. He's got age behind him, so he's all right.
Is he 33? Is he? Yeah.
I think so.
Is he 33?
33 until he's 34. Yeah.
I think he's 33.
Just like on Saturday.
South Korea.
On Saturday, when we were looking at Ashley Young, he was 37, and then on Sunday he turned 38. So he's gone in the papers on the Saturday to being the 37-year-old fullback to the next day being the 38-year-old fullback.
Imagine what Dice really thinks of our fullbacks if he's signing a 38-year-old. Imagine what he thinks. Yeah. Imagine what he thinks of them.
Listen, he signed Phil Barsley, so you know the type of fullback he wants. Just a big horrible brute.
Arlas, yeah. And he is an Arlas player, though, isn't he? I mean, he's probably not got the legs anymore, but I think he's still got that brain, and he's still a proper.
I'll tell you this now: he'll play more games for Everton Football Club than Calvert-Lewin will next year.
Oh, don't know.
That's bold.
Interview.
What? I'll predict that now. What's the date today? 9th of July, something like that.
No, it's the 12th of July. God, I wish it was the 9th. All right, so Everton are playing in Switzerland this weekend, and Ashley Young is due to meet up with the squad sometime today or tomorrow. The club have still not announced it, despite Alan Myers announcing it, Fabrizio Romano announcing it yesterday and today. I think he was just trying to get ahead of Everton, which is normal.
Yeah.
And what? I mean, we've got one game against Stade Niennais in Nyon, so it's just a training exercise, really, isn't it? But we've took near enough a full strength squad there, as full strength as we can be.
26-0 again, isn't it?
26-0, yeah. Should we go for 27 then?
I mean, call me like boring and that, like, but I couldn't care about pre-season friendlies and things like that. Yeah, I mean, Dyche obviously needs just to run the legs off them and nearly kill them, because I enjoyed watching those videos when he came in. But we need players, mate. We are paper thin, aren't we? At best. But I'm sure the lads will have a good time in Switzerland. Like, be a good little trip. That.
Yeah, I think is the Falcon going doing a coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, are you going over there to launder all your membership money?
That's next week, mate.
Oh, is that next week? Sorry.
Yeah, we couldn't get the jet on time.
You'll have to try and hard it from site, Curry.
So we couldn't charter the plane fast enough, so it's going to have to be next week.
All right, sorry.
But if
it's like the Wolf of Wall Street, when you've like the women taking the money through for you.
The Wolf of Bewley Drive.
Yeah.
The wolf.
Paulie's got a strap around his bollock.
Hey.
And no one's going near them.
And the tone is lowered. Well done, gents. All right, so let's move swiftly on. Speaking of finances, Everton's, or rather lack of, and the Everton board. I mean, we can talk all week about financial fair play. We can talk about the fact that Everton are just literally skint, and that's proved today by looking at signing Ashley Young and bargain basement, as we said. what needs to desperately change at the club? Aside, the obvious one we know, but in order to get us into some sort of any kind of financial safety that allows us to buy anything, to buy anyone, what do we need to do?
I think you need to probably look at selling a prize asset, Dave. Maybe Onana. If it meant us bringing in maybe 2.5 players, not that you can sign half a player, but you know what I mean. If you could get rid of him, that's generous. Something like that, Barney. I mean, if you could bring in 2 attacking players in the centre half, I'd probably sell Onana. We're probably, I'm not the word blessed. I wouldn't use it, but you get what I'm trying to say. With centre midfielders, we've got cover there, so you could flog them. Yeah. That's probably what I'm being a pragmatist now. That's probably what needs to happen.
It's a big word from Ant. That's definitely come from someone else. Ant knows.
Yeah, I've written it down. I'm going to just go put on the spell check, make sure I've said it right.
Word of the day calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. You're very, very right. But for me, that's been our issue, hasn't it? We've always had to sell to buy. So I think obviously, it for me, our brand needs to be better. We need to.
You just fell down the stairs there, Barn?
That me, I was Ant.
Oh, that was me.
What are you doing?
Banging. You getting that? You're fixing your bike.
I need to stop. I need to stop juggling with like knives and that when we're talking.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Mike, the mics and that.
That's what being an Evertonian does to you.
I think the branding needs to be better for Everton Football Club. And how that changes, I don't know, because I'm not into that game. But I know it's not an easy fix. But hopefully this MSP coming in, they turned. It was the Phoenix Suns they turned around where they sold them for like $4 billion or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
They made them a mad franchise team, didn't they? And proper turned them around. So
I think what you're saying with that though, I think it's root and branch with Everton though, isn't it? I think because you've got to start looking at the basics of things that go wrong with Everton. I mean, look at the kit launch.
Yeah.
The latest kit launch, there was no infants kits, barely any kids kits. Again, no socks, and they said it was a supply issue. Why is this every season a supply issue with Everton? When you got someone like Southampton who released the kit with no problem, and all the other clubs who were doing it with no problem. Why does it come to Everton and there's suddenly, oh, sorry about that? Is it? Are we just that far behind, or that?
Yeah,
we are that far behind. I'm honestly answering my own question, but are we that soft? Yes. Again, you know what I mean? Are people like going, oh, it's only Everton, they won't mind?
Well, this is the thing. No, you got to look at who was in charge at the time when this kit was all sorted. Your Ingles, your Baxham, Dales,
Well, surely, Ban, they've been gone for like the better part of a month, 6 weeks. Surely you should be going, well, listen.
These kits are all done 6 months in advance. These are all done.
But if you're being told 6 months in advance that, listen, I'm sorry, the stuff that you want for July isn't going to be ready, you go, all right, well, I'll go find someone else. I'll cut ties.
Yeah.
We're not run like a professional football club, like a professional business, though, are we? We've been run like a charity. The former CEO was basically a CEO of a charity. She was the head of a charity. We've never been ruthless. We've never been horrible. And that's what needs to change.
A soft touch. Yeah, exactly.
We could probably wax lyrical about this all night about how pathetic we are in the boardroom, and that trickles down. It starts and ends in the boardroom.
Yeah,
it trickles down into the management, to the poor management, to the poor standards the players have in training in Finch Farm, and eventually it goes down into games. We've been more concerned with running schools and charities and doing events like that rather than turning up on a Saturday and turning teams over for 3 points. And that's caught up with us in the last 2 years.
We've been more looking good off the
on
field.
Paper.
Yeah, definitely.
So with the MSP, investment, if you like. Then I mean, it's not a takeover. It's not a buyout or anything like that.
Not yet.
It really needs to be. We know that, but are they going to come in and give Everton money for players? Is this for the stadium? Is this just for keeping afloat in general? You know, it's again. They said it's not going to be done until the end of the summer. So
yeah.
So what? You know what I mean? It's no good now. It's no good then. We need it now.
You would think that they are coming in, you know, to turn us round eventually with us going to that new shiny stadium, being a Premier League outfit, all the commercial things that come along with a shiny new stadium on the waterfront, you know, in a fabulous city. So that's probably what they're going to do, but it's not going to happen overnight, is it? Like what happened in Newcastle. You know, a ship takes a long time to turn, and you know we are going to take a while, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's like when Abramovich took over Chelsea, they all said you will never see anything like that again, and then it's happened like 15 years later with Newcastle. That won't happen again with another club in the UK. It might happen abroad or whatever, but it's not going to happen here. There's too much in it now, where a Saudi club or a Saudi state or wherever is going to say, I want to buy XYZ the club. The Premier League are just going to go, no, sir.
No, but Dave, don't you think it'll happen with the top six club, though? Like, look at Man United. They wanted to buy them, didn't they? Like, James Dyson wanted to buy them. And then Saudi Wealth Fund wanted to buy them, didn't he? So I think it will happen.
That's the only, you're probably right. It's not going to trickle down into the lower ends of the division. It's going to be the upper end. It's going to be top six teams.
Yeah, your top six teams.
Once this stadium comes in, you know, we become a very, very valuable asset.
I think we're a valuable asset now. We're just poorly run. I think if we had the nous, the brains, and the actual kind of attitude that, say, Brighton have got, or, you know, Bournemouth or Brentford, or, you know, anyone like that. I mean, it's anyone with half a brain. We can sit there all day looking at things that are going on at Newcastle, things that are going on at Brentford or wherever, and this, and this, and you go, that's all you need to do. It's not a fucking rocket science. It's a very simple thing to change. Yeah. It's just having people in the board that are set in the ways and want everything for themselves like that. They don't want to pass it on because they'll know what a colossal fuck up they've done with the club. And you go, well, he's just come in and changed that in the space of 6 weeks. Something that you've been doing for like the last 3 or 4 years. And it's already better. It's already polished. It's already just change. And that's all. I think the club just needs it. We've said it time and time again. Root and branch from the bottom all the way up. Clear everything out. Just get rid of the lot. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
There's zero accountability at Everton Football Club. There's zero accountability on the pitch at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. There's zero accountability at Finch Farm, and there's less than zero accountability in the boardroom, and there has been since Mashiri took over. Well, go even back further since Ken Wright's been here. Let's be brutally honest, none. Yeah,
but I mean, even Johnston's days. Do you know what I mean? You can put Ken Wright in there, but you know, Peter Johnston was running the club, you know, as his own little playground, handing money over to Tramia for Steve Simonson.
Yeah,
just to, you know, we just had nothing but gobshites running this club for the last 30
We won trophies there though, Dave. We won trophy under him, 2 trophies under him, and we won Merseyside derbies at Anfield as well.
I get that, but at the same time, it's still we still had a relegation battle twice. You know what I mean? There was like there's still these things looming over it. I know. I mean, I will never take away the FA Cup. Don't get me wrong, because that's the only thing I've ever won in the 40 odd years that I've been on this earth. But at the same time, you know, everyone thinks that, you know, Ken Wright's a problem. Of course he is. But then it's been like that for since we were kids. Do you know what I mean? This is nothing new.
Ever since the Moors left.
That's it. Fucking gear, aren't we? Go on then. So let's move on. Let's move on now because we could be here all day and we can just do an entire podcast week after week talking about the fucking board. So we mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. Saudi investment and just not just in football but in the wider world. And there's a lot of players moving to Saudi. A lot of managers who you'd have thought would have known a little better, but obviously money's talking at the moment. So obviously we've got Stevie G, moving over to the Saudi teams, and then you've got players like Koulibaly. I know he's probably coming to the end of his career anyway, but moving over there for X amount of money just to pay to Chelsea. And
the only one that shocked me going there is Ruben Neves.
I was going to say the lad from Wolves, Neves, because I reckon he'd be back on loan. He'd be back on loan to Wolves. I think again, it's all. I think one of you might have mentioned it actually when we were talking the other week. He'd be back on loan to Wolves before the end of the season, before the end of the window, because it's all just a money laundering scam.
Yeah. Nah, let's just get this straight, right? I think everyone's being a little bit naive. Money talks and people walk. Every single person has their price.
That's it's all money talks in the end.
Is this unethical? Probably. I mean, they jailed a woman, a woman for 34 years for merely following and retweeting distant information on Twitter. They executed 81 people in one day. But let's just take a step back. Would you have them at Everton? Of course you would. You'd love them at Everton.
Yeah.
Maybe
not love, but I would have them at Everton because we're that
compared to Mashiri and Kenwright, you would literally you'd worship the ground they walk on. Every Evertonian would. That money talks. That's just the way it is, isn't it? Anthony Joshua went over there. The golfers went over there. The Formula One's gone over there. Eddie Hearn took the money. Yeah, it's.
There'll be a point, I think, in a couple of years. It'll be that 39th game, and it'll be in Saudi state. Yeah, I mean, if they kept going on about it being in the USA and stuff like that, I think it's definitely going to go because the money will talk. It'll just be, or there'll be a winter break, and they'll have a mini tournament or something that brings. There'll be a Super League tournament or something. You know what I mean? Something stupid that pays the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Liverpool, Man United, City, pays them unseen fortunes. And to be playing against Al Hilal and all the other clubs, the Steven Gerrard's managing and stuff like that. And Frank Lampard is going to get a job over there soon as well.
No, don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're that bad, let's be honest. Come on. He can't get a job over there.
He's not. He might, because they'll be that fucking stupid. And then he can, if he does, then he can take Mopé, he can take Keane, and everyone else he wants. He can take Tamari Gray again for 35 million as well if he likes.
Marco Silva's going over there, don't he? And Mitrovic has been offered 25 million a year. He signs a 3-year contract. That's 75 million quid in his ass pocket.
And he could just blag he's injured.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry, I'm just sunning me bollocks in Iraq. Sorry, I'm not playing this week.
On the palm.
And they're all getting and all the laws are being relaxed for them and the families, aren't they?
Yeah, they do.
That's what Ronaldo said. If he does it, the laws have got to be relaxed for him and his family.
Fucking hell. It's one rule for one rule for another, isn't it, man? It's just It's just crackers.
Yeah, they're gonna bid for the 2030 World Cup, aren't they? Yeah. You would think, and they will probably get that.
Well, to be fair, Qatar, the Qatar World Cup, the games were good. It was just shit. It was in October, November, December. Yeah, but at the same time, the games were good, and I don't think you were truly arsed in the fact that it was played in Doha. It could be played on the moon. If there's 4 football games a day, I'm going to watch 4 football games a day. Exactly. Yeah. So I think the whole
no work's getting done like the Ashes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Ashes been boss. I've been working from home. Watch what I can here with that. Football chat, gentlemen.
You said the sporting worldwide. To us, Dave.
Fair enough. I'll allow it. Just this once.
But yeah,
Be some flat wickets over there.
And exactly, I was going to say that. When does the cricket go over? When does the T20? When does the 100 ball go over? You know what I mean?
Well, they've got a high, East, Indian, Pakistan, and Sri Lankan population living there, so you would think cricket will inevitably follow there soon. One of them T20 leagues will be there. So,
would that overtake the IPL?
Who knows? Depends on how much money they've got to throw at it.
Yeah.
But the Barmy Army can't bevy though, mate. That's the problem.
What? I think the rules will be relaxed. They bend the rules for the Barmy Army. Yeah, be sound that.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the trumpets. But it's about 90% of the fans.
But it's sport watching, isn't it? And that's just the top thing.
Yeah.
And
of course it is.
As Mike said at the front, it's ethically wrong, but how can you stop it?
Yeah.
But the British government sell billions of pounds worth of weapons to them every year, for a return of foreign investment. So it's not just sport; it's throughout the country, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go
the
on,
mind boggles at it, doesn't it? The mind absolutely boggles at it. Go ahead then, Mike. On the cricket then. What are we talking there? Old Trafford next week. Do we make it 2-2 or what?
Yeah, easy. They'll bat first. We'll chase it. We'll chase down about another 200. Win with 3 wickets to spare. Nailed on.
Are you gonna expect any changes or the same 14-man squad or what?
James Anderson will probably come back in, won't he?
Who for?
People are probably turning off the radios now. Listen to this.
You two are going to be gutted at the fact that I've muted you 2 minutes ago.
I think Dave. I saw Dave putting his pen in his face as I was talking.
It was in me eye.
Yeah, and going out your hand.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Taking
my trumpet.
In your Union Jack shirts, of course you will.
Yeah,
and his bucket hat.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Dressed like a crusader. Right.
I think,
okay. So. Go on.
We have to
finish up. Go on. No, go on. I'll let you finish. Go ahead, man.
No, I was going to say on the side, it was just football's finished, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
VAR killed it.
Football's finished. We're talking about cricket.
VAR.
A quick one as well. Just another quick one. Not one Premier League manager can moan in December about a fucking congested fixture list. Not one. When you consider some of the top 6 fixtures that they've got coming up over the next 6 weeks. I think Man United are ruining global warming all by themselves.
Don't they play? Aren't Wrexham playing them over in America?
Yeah. So and then they're playing in Dublin, and then they're playing in Frankfurt, and then they're playing in Miami. They're playing all over the shop.
Some air miles there,
ain't it? Yeah. I bet you Eric Ten Hag comes out with his baldy head, saying, December.
Well, my players are very tired and all this, giving it all that kind of bollocks halfway through the season.
Yeah. Don't fucking have them flying halfway around the world in 6 weeks.
Exactly.
Crazy Dutch bastard.
Right then, we're going to move on to our final topic, and this is going to be a bit of a. It's not so much controversial, but I think it's opened a lot of debate, and it's the new stadium, fellas. I was down at Murphy's Bar on Friday for an event, and there's got to be some pints drunk in there, mate. Definitely, it's a cracking little boozer, and it's 2 minutes from the ground. It's right by the Electric Wind Factory, and it's 2 minutes from the ground, and we were there like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, but they're all lit up and everything. And I've got to be honest, it's 70-80% done, and it already looks incredible.
Yeah,
words can't describe how good this is going to be for Everton, for the city, for the waterfront, for the start of like the renovation for the north side of Liverpool and the surrounding areas. But the question really then is, when do you actually move into Bramley Moore? When do you move into
tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Of course, actually, yeah, as soon as necessary possible for the revenue. Simple as. But
do you not want a send off of Goodison Park
You got to have a send-off for Goodison Park, whatever day you leave.
But you want it at like Christmas.
Fucking right.
Good.
All in our Christmas hats.
That's fair enough, but you know what I mean? It's like, does it feel right to you that there should be a send-off for Goodison halfway through a season?
This is the problem with Everton Football Club. You've fallen for this too nice mentality. You know, we need to be in there as quickly as possible.
Of course it is.
But sentiment has got us into this situation where we are now, with Bill Kenwright giving 24-year contracts to people. You know, this is the issue with Everton Football Club. We're too nice. Any other football club would be in there immediately to get up and running.
Any other football club would time it so it's fucking finished at the end of the season.
And do you know what they need to do as well? This thing, let the fans decide. No, you are on the board of Everton Football Club. You are paid to make. You are paid to make executive decisions. Did you make the decision? There you go. It's not. Oh, the fans said this. The fans said that. You know, we're too nice. Yeah. Do your job.
Well, then it asks that question. Then, if we've got a waiting list of 20,000 or something like that.
28, isn't it?
28. It's going to be something like that. Who gets the priority on the season tickets first?
Whoever's been in the longest.
But depends who drinks in the Falcon.
Yeah. Well, and who's got the most away credits?
Well, and that, yeah.
So that's Jay. Yeah. But here's my question then. So we're all season ticket holders. So season ticket holders obviously get the first priority. It doesn't matter whether you've been at the ground for 20 years or 2 years, 1 year, whatever. Yeah. But then, are you paying for a full season ticket at Goodison prices, or are you paying half a season ticket at Goodison price and the rest at Bramley Moore price?
See, this is it.
But then, what do you? But this is my next question. Answer as well. You can answer it and shoot me down whatever you want. For the ones that are on the waiting list, are they paying for a half season ticket?
Right. This is what executives get paid to do.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why I'm not an executive, but I've got the head.
I think you'd be a very good executive. You'd be a very good executive, Dave. I think you'd hold people to account. No,
I don't know. You know, he's asking us, and he's passing the buck.
Well, that's what I mean. He fits in very well in the current culture. Yeah, OBE. Or was it CBE?
I suppose what Everton do with those Everton don't say. They say you're paying. I think we're paying £19 a game, aren't we, at the minute? So what we're paying. I think it's in the lower Gladys. It's £19 a game, so it's like £600.
Ant in the lounge just always goes to the big licks, though, isn't he? So he's sort of like he's paying 20 quid a game. And
so I think they'll probably just say for Bramley Moore it's going to be 22 quid a game to be in that big stand. You know what I mean? And so then
just across the board, straight price to everybody.
Yeah, I think that's just going to be a straight price. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're going to pay half in the Gladys Street and then you're going to join on halfway through the season at Bramley Moore or whatever it's going to be called. What's going on with them naming rights, by the way? But anyway, go on.
22 quid. I think they're going to fleece us. You know, I think it's going to be expensive.
They're going to be 30.
I think you're looking at a bag of sand for a season ticket.
No.
I was thinking at least 800, 850.
Liverpool isn't even a bag of sand.
It is.
We're paying about 600. What is it? 600 now for the street end.
Yeah. The cop's 750 or something like that, and 800. Not a chance they're going to charge us £1,000 for that. Yeah, and you know what? It's probably the only time I'll agree with them having a bit of fucking sentiment and being nice, but not a chance.
I think there'll be mega prices.
No. I think
everyone will pay it, man. Everyone will pay it.
Yeah, I know.
If it came out as £1,000, everyone would pay it.
I'd be angry as fuck though, and then I'd be even that angrier. I'd go pay £7.50 for a pint as well. At the ground.
I'd take my own ale in for that, lads.
Yeah. I'd sit there with me roll over hot dog, me £7 pint.
Yeah.
I'd be very disappointed.
Sausage roll with a grumpy face.
Yeah. Freezing on the dock. Yeah. £1,000 seat.
Facing away from the pitch, just out of spite.
Yeah.
That'll learn them.
I tell you what,
still go down.
If that is the case, I'll be walking like the Tin Man because I'll be sticking my cans from my ankle right up to my hip. And then on my arm, it'll be 45 degrees, and I'll still be wearing a duffel coat because I'll just be full of cans.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I did that walk from Sandhills the other week, and it was like 29 degrees. And it's about a 15-minute walk from Sandhills. And I've got a decent pace on me when I walk, but Jesus Christ, the sweat was pissing off me by the time I got to the pub.
He's been in the shade, and it's only 10.
To be honest with you, I was on a... What train was I on? I don't know what. I think it was just like, I'll jump off here now. I think it was just like a spare of the moment thing, because like I could see the ground. I thought, I need a pint. So I just jumped off, sort of thing. I was like, I'll walk down 15 minutes, mate. Jesus Christ. You best get that monorail sorted sharpish.
Is that happening?
No. But some smart ass is probably going to end up getting a hovercraft or something from the Whittle.
The canal's all good. This is the other thing. I remember, because I was like being a bit of a nerd. I remember watching the city council vote on it. When we had to put forward our plans and all that, and they all said yes or no. I remember them saying that the canal is going to flow through. There'll be canal taxis. What do they call barge taxis or something?
River taxis, yeah.
River taxis, yeah.
I mean, if they had anything about them, the ferry would be enormous right now. The ferry would resemble like the QE2 or something, if it was going to like do some proper kind of transport from the ground, from the liver buildings. I mean, that's the perfect place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Straight down the dock road and you're done. But even like a monorail's the one for me though. I'm still convinced. I've seen too much at Disney to think that a monorail is the best thing we could ever do for this club. And then have that going all the way down to Otter's Pool Prom. And
Paulie Cooper think he's in fucking Gotham City.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a Blade Runner or something if it's night time.
Yeah. Fuck me.
Gents, I'll tell you what, this has been a boss little discussion. I've really enjoyed this. It's been good for the first podcast. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to wrap it up now. And I've got a question or two each. If you both get it, then we're knackered. But whoever doesn't get the question right has to do the podcast next week and host it.
Okay.
So loser hosts. All right. So I asked Paul to just send me a couple of questions. First one then is who did Everton sign Thomas Gravison from?
Bromby.
No. Oh. Ant?
Oh no, I know it.
Let's hear Ant to see if you can get it, and if not, Barn, I'm going to pass it back to you.
He's googling here.
So,
I'm not googling. I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can't. So he's Danish, isn't he?
You're on the baby's iPad.
Denmark. Is he Danish? Yeah. FC Copenhagen.
Nope.
Oh shit! That's
okay. Wow. Got one. Were you going to say Copenhagen?
I was going to say Copenhagen. Yeah.
Right. Well, we didn't sign him from a Danish side.
Hertha Berlin.
Nope. German side though.
German side.
Got one more go.
Me or Ant?
Both of you, if one of you can come up with an answer.
Leverkusen.
No. He played in blue. Hoffenheim.
No. Okay. Right. Paul.
He said three. I've only had one.
No,
He's had three. I've had two.
That's right.
One more go. No, you said go on, one more.
Gladbach.
Incorrect. So the answer was Hamburg. Hamburg.
I knew they played in blue.
They play in red, don't they?
No, blue.
And this one should be quite easy. You should both get this one. If you don't, then you're both hosting this podcast next week. Mm. Who did we sign Nicholas Alexanderson from?
Jeff Wed.
In a flash. So,
boom.
Ant, next week you get to host the podcast.
Okay.
Forward to it, mate.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll put a balaclava on me. I'll get a balaclava off Jay.
Yeah, let's get some funky upbeat music for the intro as well.
Give me glasses. Come as where's Wally?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll host in a balaclava next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on that bombshell, right? Okay, so
right, good evening.
Right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. That's been Boss. So I'm going to close this off now. So to everyone who's listened to the podcast, thank you so much. As always, we want to thank everyone who subscribes to our YouTube channel, Falcon Blues TV, everyone who follows us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that other lovely stuff. And also to our new members who are signing up on YouTube. Remember, if you want to sign up for our YouTube channel, We've got an offer now. It's $2.99 a month. With that, you'll receive a free Everton print, and you'll also receive 25% off on our website, falconblues.bigcartel.com, and that's off everything on the site: badges, t-shirts, mugs, whatever's on the site you can buy, and you get 25% off. But all you've got to do is sign up, and then I'll email you with all the details, give you the code, and away you go. So thank you once again for listening. I hope you'd enjoy it. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for more Everton rants and just whatever, talk about Everton and just talk about how crap everything is, unless things change over the next 2 weeks, but we'll wait and see. So from my very special guests, Anthony and Barney, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and up the fucking toffees, Colin Chong and all that.
Colin Chong!
Colin Chong.